Please enjoy this free clip of the No Spin News. To watch the full episode, you have to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium member, but it's fun. Simply visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today. So I'm going to call you Colonel because I think you've earned that. And you know, you forfeited what, $2 million in retirement funds by pleading guilty and being a stand-up guy. You knew what you did, and you knew it was against regulations, but you did it anyway. And now you are continuing to raise serious questions about the U.S. military. What is your primary beef?
Bill, thanks for having me on. You know, as a military member who has served in Iraq and Afghanistan, has the experiences that I have, the education that I have, right now I see us winning every single tactical battle, but losing at the operational level of war, which is the 4-star combatant commander level, up through the National Security Council and the executive level, where the strategy for American war is distributed. So my beef right now, which is what you asked, is that the 4-star General McKinsey, who is the CENTCOM combatant commander, in my opinion, when he advised the president on how to conduct the withdrawal, he should have advised better. So when he gave what he thought was a plan, there was, I know, the operational planners that said we should hold on to Bagram Air Base. The president ultimately denied a lot of those plans because he wanted to have all the troops out by September 11th for a PR stunt. And so in my opinion, the 4-star general has a responsibility to convince the president why the plan that he submitted was the best plan. He failed to do that. Then once the president imposed the restraints that were going to be on the plan, the general had an option to resign and say this plan can't be executed without unnecessary risk to the force. And he didn't do that. So in my opinion, at that point, he becomes responsible. He doesn't get to go back like he did in his congressional testimony and say, no, I told the president 2,500 troops, so I'm not at fault here. In my opinion, he is solely responsible. And General McKinsey, who's trying to exit in this spring, should be held accountable for the way the withdrawal unfolded. I mean, by his own admission, we left hundreds of Americans. It turns out it was thousands. We left hundreds of millions of dollars of equipment. He relied on the Taliban for perimeter security, which, no surprise, we had a suicide vest attack that got through there. We got into gunfights with the people that were holding our security. And then in response to that preventable attack, he conducted a drone strike against civilians and children and people carrying water in a humanitarian aid fashion. I mean, just there's no better historical example of a failed military plan than as it played out in Afghanistan. And if we want to prevent these types of things from happening again in the future, we have to start having these conversations and holding these general officers accountable.
But I think that they've been held accountable in a court of public opinion. Nobody thinks that Biden did a good job or the Pentagon did a good job in getting U.S. troops out of there. No rational person thinks that. So when you say hold them accountable, you want to charge McKinsey? What do you want to do?
I did want to charge General McKinsey. In the military, you have the right to prefer legal charges. So I tried to prefer legal charges against him. I knew that the officer with the General Court Martial Authority, General Alford, would not have the courage to refer those charges. But
right.
Yeah, but what I was trying to get him to do was publicly declare that he wouldn't do it. And then it would illustrate the hypocrisy of him holding me accountable, vice not having the courage to hold him accountable. But ultimately, they just denied my legal right to do that. And so I wasn't able to prefer charges.
Hey, I'm sure you've noticed that everything is getting more expensive. And with all this printing money and spending by the progressives, I'm concerned the dollar's end could be near. If the government continues this way, the dollar could freefall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. That's why there's never been a more important time to consider gold and silver to protect you and your family. And American Hartford Gold is the only company I'm happy to put my name behind. I have done business with them myself. It just takes a quick phone call and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.